Hello everyone, in this video I will explain how you can use the Google form to create online test. I have already created another video in which I have explained how we can use Google Forms to make online quizzes, MCQ test and feedback forms. If you have not seen the video, you can first watch it and then come back to this video. Let's begin. First you need to open the web browser, then you need to go to forms.google.com. Then you need to sign in using your Google account ID and password. Click on next, enter your password. Click on next. So this page will open. Here we have to select the blank quiz option. This blank form will open. First we will be renaming the form. So I am writing demo test. Also rename here demo test. Now we have the option of add question, import question, add title description, add image, add videos, add section. So first use this option and make two sections. Basically every section is like a page. In the first section, means in the first page, I will be adding the first question, write your full name. And I will be making this question compulsory, means required will be on. It will be a short answer type question. I will add one more question to this section, second one, in which I will write select your section. I will give three options A, B and C, means section A, section B and section C. This will be also required. Then coming to the second section, means the second page, I will rename it to test page. Let's begin with the questions. First question will be a MCQ as per my choice. So my question is write the full form of CPU. Now I will have to give the options. I will make it multiple choice question. It is not compulsory that you will have 4 choices always. You can have less than 4 options, you can have more than 4 options. That depends on you. So first option I have entered central programming unit, which is wrong option. Then central processing umbrella, that is also wrong. Then third option I am entering central programmable unit, which is also wrong. And the last one I am entering central processing unit, which is the correct one. After that I need to enter the answer key, means I need to select the correct answer. The fourth one I need to assign the point to it. It is not compulsory that all the questions will have same point. You can assign the points according to your need. This one I have added 2. So next question will be a short answer type question. My question is define involution law. Answer key I am assigning 5 points. Let's bring one more question. Third one. Third question is write the name of the gate. So I will be adding image to this question. You can upload an image or you can also search it directly in the Google, means you don't have to search it separately and then download and then upload. No, you can directly search it here. So I am searching the diagram of OR gate. I got it. First one, click on insert. Directly the image will be inserted to your question. It will be attached to your question and you don't have to do it separately. So here the students will be answering and I will be assigning 2 points to this question. Remember, for the subjective questions, you will not write any answer. You do not have to write any correct answer. It is very important that you remember this thing. Add one more question. I'll move it up, okay? And then my next question here, I will write. Let's bring one more image. Actually, I have saved a diagram in my computer which I have created using MS Paint. So I'm going to upload that diagram. This is the one. So if you have any diagram which you have saved in your computer, you have created, you can upload it directly. So you have many options. You can upload it, you can search in Google. So this is the diagram. I can change the alignment or remove the image. Now my question is, write the output expression. Okay, and this will be a short answer type question. Answer key, I will only give the point. As I told again, for subjective questions, don't write the correct answer. I want to have one more question. Okay, so here is one thing. Suppose you have already created the question paper and it is saved in a Word file, then you must save it as a PDF in your computer, and you can use the snipping tool to take a snapshot of the question paper like this. Okay, you save it in your computer. After doing this, you have to use a snipping tool, understood? So you can directly upload that. If it is saved in the Word file, you can simply save it as PDF. The option is there. When you open any MS Word file, the option is there. You go to save as, there is one option, save as PDF. So save it as PDF, and then you can open the PDF, and using the snipping tool, you can just take a snapshot of that, okay? And we can upload it. Directly that question paper will be uploaded as a picture. So my question for this picture means this thing is, name the law. Okay, answer key I am assigning here 2 points. Done. Then let us have one more question in which I will explain how to add the file upload option. So my question here is, write a program to accept any number, then check if it's even or odd. So this is a programming question. I will select the option of file upload from here. Then I will have to click on continue. After that, if I want the students to only be able to upload a specific type of file, I can select which type of file I want them to upload. How many number of files I want them to upload, that I can select, the maximum size of file, and answer key I am assigning 10 points to this one, okay? So beside of that question, there will be one upload option, one add file option when the students will open the question paper. Now, some teachers are asking how to type in Hindi. Actually, there is no direct method. You have to go to the translate.google.com and then you have to write your sentence or the question in English. I think you know what is English. It is the mixture of English and Hindi, okay? Means you type using the English letter but you are actually writing Hindi. Like I have written Aapka naam likhiye. This is English. And it will convert it to Hindi, copy it from here, and you can directly paste it in your question paper. As you can see, it is now displayable in Hindi, right? Done. Okay, my question paper is ready. All good. Now next thing is how to customize the Google form. Okay, so click here. There is one option of customize theme. You can choose any image. There are many available in the library of free images. So select any one. You can click on insert. You can change the theme color. You can change the background color. You can change the font style if you want. Next thing is the settings. Here the first option should be on, collect email addresses. Why? Because if you want to give the result afterward, after manual checking, then the collect email addresses should be on. So what is response receipts? If you turn on the response receipts option, then the students will get an option to download a copy of their answer script. Before you actually evaluate it, they can download what they have submitted. So it is up to you. I am not enabling that option. Next is limit to 1 responses. This option should be enabled. What will happen? if you enable this option, then the students will have to sign in first. They can use any email ID to sign in, but whichever email ID they will select, they can only use it once. Means the same email ID cannot submit the test 2 times. So you should enable this option of limit to 1 response. There is one more doubt. When in the test paper it is asking the student to enter the email address, so some are having doubt whether to use the same email address or to use a different email address. The thing is that when you need to sign in for giving the test, then you can use any email address. But in the box of email address, when the test begins, you write an email address. That is the one in which you will receive the grade card. So that email address which you enter in the box while giving the test may be different from the one which you have used to sign in. That doesn't matter. Next we will go to presentation tab. If you want, you can enable the show progress bar option. If you want, you can enable the shuffle option. You can write any custom message that will be displayed, like I am writing thank you for giving this test. In the quizzes option, now there are 2 important points here. How you want to release the grade, immediately after every submission or later. Now the thing is, if your question paper has only objective questions, means all of the questions are objective, then you will select the first option which says immediately after each submission. So as soon as the student has given the test, immediately they will get the result. And if your question paper has one or more subjective questions along with the objective questions, then you will have to select the second option which says later after manual review. Okay? And some are having confusion, like if they will write the answer for the subjective question, so the Google Form server will automatically do the auto correction. No, it is not like that. Please do not write any answer for the subjective questions, as the server will only match the answer. Suppose you have written a sentence as the answer and there is a little bit difference between your answer and the answer which is given by the student. In that case, marks will be given 0. Even if one dot or comma is different, even if the case is different, you have written in capital letter, you have written capital A suppose, and the student has written small a, still the student will get 0. So for the subjective questions, please do not write any answer in the answer box. Use the second option, later after manual review. After the test is over, you will get all the responses. One by one, open every response, read the answer sent by the student, and then give marks. Beside of that, there will be a box to input the marks. And only if your question paper has total MCQ questions, all of them are MCQ, then use the first option which says immediately after each submission. I hope you have understood what I want to say. Now, how to get the test link? Click on the send option. This dialog box will open. Select the second option, the link one. Use the shorten URL. This is the link that you have to send to the students. Remember, suppose you have your test at 9 o'clock, then you should send the link to the students at 8:59, 1 minute before the test. Because if you will send the link to the students before 1 hour, so they can answer it anytime. There is no way of stopping that. You send the link 1 minute before the test. Within 1 minute, they can open the link and they can start writing the answers. This is the screen that will open when the student will click on your link. As you have selected the option of limit to 1 response, then the student will have to sign in first. They can use any Google ID of their own or Google ID of their parents if they don't have. They will first have to enter the email address, then click on next. They will have to enter their password, click on next, and after that your test form will open. This is the test form that I have created. As you can see, it is asking me email address. Why? Because I have selected the option of collect email addresses. Remember that? Now the result will be sent to this email address. Student will have to enter their full name and also the section. Do you remember in my Google form I have used two sections, section 1 and section 2. This is the benefit of using that. The essential details are displayed in the section 1, means in the page 1. Once the student answers all of these questions, then only the next page, means the test page, will open. Okay, so this will help to improve the presentation of your Google form. If you use multiple sections, that will be better. So enter the email address, enter the full name. I am just writing demo user. Enter your section, click on next. This is my test page. First question is write the full form of CPU. I will just select one of the answers. Next is define involution law. I will write the answer. It states that twice complement of anything is equal to the actual value. Let's move to the next question. Here you see the diagram is displayed. Write the name of the gate. Answer is OR gate. Next question I have, write the output expression. My image was actually very small, that is why it is displayed like this. You can use a big image file to enlarge the image size. Answer is A.B.C for this question. Next is name the law. It is De Morgan's law. Then next is write a program to accept any number, then check if it is even or odd. So here is the option to upload the file. It says add a file. Click on that option. Then after that, this dialog box will open. Here select file from your device. Select the camera option. The answer is ready. Click on image. Then click on the upload option. The image is uploading. It may take some time depending on the connection speed. In 4G it will take like 4 to 5 seconds maximum. Then after that, yes, here you can see the last question which I wrote in Hindi. It is displayed in Hindi only. Understood? So this way we can write in Hindi. But if the student will have to answer in Hindi, then they will have to use the Google Translate. Either they can use the Google Translate app or they can use the website. But it is a very difficult job to write every answer in Google Translate and then to write it here. So that way it is difficult. Otherwise they can do one thing. You can provide option to upload the answer. They can write in Hindi and they can upload it. Just like I uploaded the previous one. And right now there is no option to write in Sanskrit in the Google form. If you want to conduct exam for Sanskrit, then you have to write the question in a piece of paper and then you have to give them option to upload the answer. They will also write in a paper and they will take a picture and upload it. This is the only way you can conduct Sanskrit exam. So it says thank you for giving the test. Now let's see how the response will come. Let's see the responses tab. Here I can see 1 is displayed, means I got 1 response. Make sure that once the time of exam is over, you disable the option of accepting responses. Means suppose your test is of 30 minutes, it begins at 9 o'clock. So as I told you, you will share the link at 8:59. But 9:30 the test will be over. By 9:31 you open the Google form and you disable this option of accepting responses. That way you can set a time limit in the Google form. Now I can see all the answers are displayed, that is given by me only from the other side. So with every answer you can add any individual feedback. All the MCQ answers will be autocorrect, but for the subjective you will have to read the answer and in the box you will have to give the marks accordingly. Do it for all the questions. After you have entered all the marks, then you have to click on the save. Don't forget to click on the save option. Now here is the answer which is uploaded. Click on the link. It will open a new tab and in that tab you can properly see the image that is uploaded by the student. You also have the option of putting up comments in the answer. You can do that, but the student will only be able to see the comment if they are using a desktop computer, and also if you have shared the folder where you are storing the images of the responses. I will give the marks 10. Now once you have completed, click on the save option. Okay, as you can see, beside of some answers, even after giving them full marks, it is displaying a red box and there is a cross. That is because you have not written the correct answers. So Google Form will by default assume that whatever answer is given by the student, it is wrong. So we'll ignore that. Click on the release score option. All the students who have answered to your test, their email addresses will be displayed here. You can select all respondents and send the grade card to everyone, or you can select one by one. Click on the send option. It is done. You will see when last you send the grade card. Now there is one option, one very great option. By using that, you can create a spreadsheet of all the responses, and the spreadsheet can be opened. You can see all the responses here. So if you take a printout of this spreadsheet, then from here you can note down all the marks in your mark book directly. So you don't have to bother separately. Just after the test is over, you can simply click on the spreadsheet option and you can download all the responses and note down the marks afterward if you want. This is the email which the student will receive after you release the score. So the students will open the mail, their score they can view 23/23, see all the answers they have given along with the marks that you have given for those answers in this list. Thank you for watching this video. Please like and subscribe to my channel and click the bell icon to get new video updates.